Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Old School Ironman as we continue our journey to wherever. We're going to start this episode off with a little bit of a theme by picking up 75 Herblore by cleaning herbs on this herb run. I've basically gone now from 73 to 75 off purely cleaning herbs at the end of a herb run and making like a couple per pots or super restores as I needed them for whatever I was doing. I can do up to 5 per day because I have 5 teleports on the Artie Cloak. Though if I do want to do more than 5, it's pretty easy. All I do is I just teleport to my house. And then at my house, I can go with my skills necklace to the fishing guild, and it's like an extra 15 to 20-second walk. So it's not the end of the world to do more than 5, and if I'm motivated, I'm going to go do more than 5. And one thing I have been doing are these Addis plants. What they do is they have a 5% chance to save a life, and our patches have 6 lives in total when I use Ultra Compost, so that means I get a lot more herbs per patch. It compounds very well, especially when you have bonuses like the Secateurs or any diaries that help out. And while we're in between farm runs, I'm just going to come and sit up here and get a little bit of Karambons. I'm running kind of low. I have like 500 raw, 500 cooked. And for combat in the future, I'm going to need more, so it's a nice little AFK activity for me to do. Got ourselves a one-step easy. Is it gonna be anything good? Oh my god, I forgot how awful these are. A couple hours later, and I have about 5k raw Karambons. I usually like to do 5k at a time, because it's about like half a day of fishing, and then I can finish it off at night and cook the 5k, and that's kind of my day. But we're gonna keep working through. It should be about 1,000,000 experience minus the XP loss for burn, so we'll maybe get like 85, 86 cooking. The higher we get with this, the less sharks will burn in the future. So I have my goal, and now it's all about just getting them into unfinished potions and picking up the secondaries that I need. But let's finish out this farm run, because I am very close to 95 farming, and I have some fruit trees to catch. There is 95 farming. Nothing died, so all of my dragon fruits are still alive, meaning I got the XP I wanted. It would have been kind of awkward if I talked about getting the level, and then like 2 minutes later pop up and be like, oh, by the way, everything died, so I gained no experience. But yeah, 95 farming. I really didn't expect to farm this hard on this account. So I've cleaned all the herbs, and we now have them all in the inventory, and you can kind of see how we're missing some secondaries here. There's some easy ones like the chocolate dust or the eye of newts where I just have to go buy from a shop. And there's other ones like the snape grass, the bird's nest, the potato cactus, the white berries, and the limports where I've been farming them. I've been preparing. I've been knowing that this was coming, and have been farming them, so I made sure I had enough for the herbs I had. But there leaves kind of 2 problem ones. The snapdragons, which need red spider eggs to make super restores. I was originally looking into doing Venenatis, being like, yeah, let's go get the dragon pickaxe, blah, blah, blah. And then I opened up a DPS calculator, and every kill is going to take me about 10 minutes to do. And I really don't think it's possible that I go an entire 10 minutes without seeing a PKer during mid-hour times. And I'd have to do about 80 kills on average to get all the spider eggs, so that would be, even if I don't get interrupted, don't need any supplies, don't need any banking time, that would still be 12 hours of killing Venenatis. Well, this is my life for the next little bit. This is the most effective way of getting red spider eggs that I could think of, at least in my current stage and current gear. But each one of these spidines cost 1 red spider egg and 1 sardine each. And it drops between 3 to 6 red spider eggs. So essentially I'm profiting on average 3.5 per. And I went ahead and bought like 400 sardines from the shop. Like there's a port serum shop, and you can purchase it there, and then you can deposit it in the deposit box for Intrana. So you can bank those up very, very quickly. But yeah, I just come here, get my 12 kills, teleport back to my house, restore my prayer, grab 12 more of each, and keep killing them. And I'll be back when I have 1,000 red spider eggs. This should be our last spider kill. I don't know the exact amount I have. Maybe it's like 1,100. Wanted to get some bonus so I wouldn't have to do the looting again at the start. Because if you have 0 red spider eggs, you can't like start the chain. So for my first 12, I had to go to like the Edgil dungeon and pick 12 up. But yeah, we have 1,133, which is more than the... Where's my snapdragons? 962 snapdragons I have. And for the crushing, there's this dude called Waswere right here, and you can just use items on him, and he'll crush them for 50 GP each. And I think at my stage of the game, it's definitely worth it. Over here is a Hur, can also clean your herbs and make unfinished potions, but those are 200 GP each, and I don't know if I want to spend, I don't know, like 1.5 to 2 million GP getting this 83 herb. I will be doing a lot of alching during agility, so maybe we'll see what the cash stack is after that. We're starting off with all the duplicates from Barrows. If we look at the collection log, just to make sure I don't screw myself over, I have 5 Darrock Great Axes, 2 Varric Flails, and 2 Guthin's Plate Buddies. I also have the coif and the hoods, but I can't be asked allocating them because they're like 5 GP each. So this is going to be my home for the next little while. I already went through and alched all the big items that are going to have warning, and I got 360k cash from that, and I have all these other items in my arsenal to alch. But I'm going to be at this agility course for quite a while. I need a total of 321 marks of grace in order to get all of the marks of grace to turn all my super energy 4s that I'll have at the end of this into stamina potions. And I'm going to need these stamina potions in the future, so it's kind of like a thing I have to do. But I'm starting this off at 472 laps here, and to get all the way up to 90, I need to do 3,300 more laps. I don't think it'll be that far, but I could see myself getting to like 86, 87, at least the point at which where I can boost up until the arty course to help complete that diary. I have no idea how much cash I'm going to end off at the end of this. I know that the mithril plate buddies are going to be about 1 million because I examined it there, but everything else is kind of rough guesstimations. I think maybe I'll have 5 mil cash at the end of this, maybe. I've no bearing on scale, but we'll see at the end. And there is 91 magic. We picked up another level just from alching here. Well, not just from alching, because I was pretty close to the level. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of Relecca courses. We're up to 84 agility, about to hit 85, and we have 138 of the 320 marks that I want to pick up before I'm done here. Here is the last mark of grace. That is 321. I don't know why I did this. It took me way too long. Got up to 86 agility, but now I'll be able to get 3,200 doses of stamina pots. Pretty sweet. I also didn't finish my alching. I got very lazy near the end and didn't get through the dragon javelin heads, but I did gain 3.5 million cash. Here is the last of the unfinished potions. I've made them all. I had like 10,000 vials of water, and now I have under 1,000. If we look unfinished wise, we got a lot. So I'm gonna start making the potions. I think I'll start with the iris, just because I have so many of them, and I want to see that super attack stack grow. 78 Herblore, and this was the first of 3 big levels I cared about. We can now make strong Buchu Leaf potions, which are the brews and the restores in Chambers of Xeric, which means I've basically at this point feel like I've unlocked Chambers of Xeric, and I can kind of go do that whenever I want to now. And the next big milestone level is 81 Herblore. We can now make Ceradomin brews, which is another thing that I wanted to make sure I had prior to going to Chambers of Xeric, just so I could bring in a couple of my own brews. If we look here I have 1,600 unfinished Toadflack potions, so that's going to be like 1.6k brews that we can go ahead and use. 80 freaking 3 Herblore. This is a long time coming on. I can now make a magic mix, but that's not why I got 83. I got 83 because I want to +4 boost to make anti-venoms, so I can build the best pool in the house. Now I'm going to finish using off these Amethyst crystals, and then we'll see what all our potions got up to. So here's the major spoils of war. Prayer and restore wise, I got 500 prayer pots and 750 restores. I now have 3.5k super attacks, 800 super defenses, 1.1k super strength, and 1200 Thera brews, plus 1,000 stamina to run away. I also realized I forgot one of the potions, just because I think it got moved to my main tab. Yeah, magic potions. I have 1,000 of them, and when I decant them into a 4-dose, that should leave me with 750-ish. Yeah, 760 magic potions. That boosts me +4. I don't think I'll be using them for anything, unless I need to make another Zenite, just boosting that way. But I'm pretty happy with the spoils we've gotten here. Now, because I had such a bad issue with stew boosting for construction earlier, I'm just gonna go get the level. So the top tier pool requires level 90 in construction, and I can get a +3 boost from the saw and a +3 boost from the tea that I can make in the house. So I just need to get up to level 84, and realistically, it's probably going to take me as long to get the stew boost as it is for me to train 83 to 84, and I might as well just do the training and get XP that'll be there in the future when I go for higher construction. So I've gone ahead and done it again. I logged out with the full intention of the next day, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish off this construction, and next thing you know, 5 months have passed, and I hadn't logged into the account. So I'm getting a little bored of RS3, but I'm not at the point yet where I'm ready to come back to old school. Still got a couple things I want to finish up, namely Golden Reaper, which for you old school only players is basically completing the collection log for every boss. In the meantime, I have a lot of AFK time and nothing to AFK on RS3, so I'm probably going to sit here at Motherlode Mine and or other AFK activities to help boost my stats up when I am ready to come back, but I will update you with anything major. My first level back, 85 mining, which was kind of a goal for me as a child, because I always wanted to mine Runite, but never got to it. So now when we put our ore in the hopper here, we'll be able to get Runite ore. And here's going to be 92 mining. This has been a very long grind. Wait for this pay dirt to get to the sack. And there we are, level 92 mining. I have spent about a month. I think it's 35 days since I got here at 85 mining. And we're now 92. I haven't left this area to do herb runs, farm runs, dailies, Tears of Gothics, any of that stuff. I just kind of log in and AFK and Motherlode mine. But now that we hit 92 mining, we can now mine Amethyst, and Amethyst is used to create Amethyst dart tips, Amethyst arrows, broad Amethyst bolts. So it's really important to unlock, especially as an Ironman, because we can't rely on dragon equipment for our best in slot. So we use Amethyst. So it turns out this is all the stuff we got from 85 to 92 mining. I got 600 Runite ore, 5.8k Addy ore, 10.8k Mithril ore, and 10.2k gold ore. So I spent a lot of time here at Motherlode Mine. The coal stack isn't very accurate because I had a lot of coal from what's it called? The Managing Miscellanea, the Kingdom. I got like 20k coal from that. So I think the coal stack I gained is probably equal to the gold stack, as it's about the same ratio. Now, how much smithing experience is this? Well, it actually changed a lot. If you just take making these bars, it's about 1.2 million experience at Blast Furnace, and then maybe another million experience by turning them all into smithable items. The game has changed a lot since I started mining, and the Giant's Foundry minigame now exists. And every 10 adamant bars and 18 mithril bars is about 12,000 experience. If we take this all together, this is actually about 7 million to 8 million smithing experience. The exact number will depend on how well I do in the minigame, but that means I can get myself all the way up to like 95 smithing with what I have banked, which is just insane because before Motherlode Mine was like a 2-to-1 ratio. Like if I were to go to 99 mining, I'd get like 90 smithing. But now you actually get more smithing experience here. So that's going to be really great, and it's going to give us a lot of GP, and I'm going to go there in the future once I come back to the game. Now, while I am done with mining and I don't need to continue going there, I'm not ready to come back to old school in an active way yet. I'm still 2 items off on Golden Reaper, and I really want to finish that out before I jump back into this. So what I'm going to do next is focus on cooking and banking up some food. I already had about 6,000 Karambwanji in the bank, but I'm going to get this stack up to 50,000. And from here, I'll then be able to spend all of that getting Karambwans, where I can get my cooking level up, hopefully somewhere in the mid to low 90s. And then PVM supplies and drops, like raw food drops, will get me the rest of the way to 99. Oh shit! I did not even notice that. I got the heron pet. Oh, that's sweet. I think I'm probably like 50% chance of getting it at this stage, because what I did 99 fishing at Barb, which is like 33% chance, 35% chance, and now I've done 2 million experience here. Like I'm up to 25,000 in this session, but 2 million experience here, which is 40,000 Carambomb, so that's another quarter. Yeah, so I'm probably like, yeah, like 60% chance, but that is another pet. Pet wise, actually skilling pet wise, I'm actually doing pretty well. I have thieving, I got that before 99. I got farming, I got that at like 85. Seaweed run, by the way, and then I just got the heron. So maybe I'll get 8 out of 8 on skilling pets. Here it is, 30,000 raw Karambwans. I've worked through a lot of my Karambwanji. I have 7,000 left, but 30,000 raw is enough for me. It'll get me up to 95 cooking, which is kind of all I asked for. And on to the next grind. You catch about 600-ish an hour when you're paying attention. So I spent 50 hours here, which isn't terrible for what's going to be enough food for a very long time on this account. So in order to pair our Karambwans with some double eating, I'm picking up some raw sharks here by catching minnows. It's this platform out by the fishing guild, and essentially all you do is you follow around these fishing net spots, and each time you catch like 13 or 14 minnows, and it moves like every 15 seconds or so, so it's definitely not very AFK. It's probably a good thing to do while watching shows, but I'm going to go here, maybe get like 500 to 1,000 extra raw shark, just so that I'll be able to double eat for difficult content if I ever need to. 30,000 seems to be the number of the day. I was here for like maybe an hour, hour and a half. And I picked up, how many sharks am I getting? 773 sharks. So with the other raw sharks I have in the bank, that should be about 1,000. 93 cooking, I can officially no longer burn any Karambwans. At 92, I was burning like under 1%. Like I'd go like 3 or 4 inventories without burning, but I could now no longer burn any of these Karambwans. I have 9k more to go, and I have almost 25k in the bank, so we'll be swimming in food at the end of it. And here it is, after what is like 3 or 4 long days of cooking here at Hasidius, I have cooked all 30,000 Karambwans. Yeah, 95 cooking obtained from it. I think that kind of gets me everything I'll ever need out of the cooking skill beyond like actually getting 99. Because I have all the diary requirements now, I have all the actual cooking fish requirements, and most fish I believe won't burn anymore with 5% Hasidius. So that is a very nice level to have. But the one really cool thing, because like this episode has been going on so long, that it actually is the same episode where I made all these potions. And just look at the supplies tab, like 1,000 staminas, 1,000 supersets, lots of prayer, and then enough food and brews that'll last me for quite a while. I'm very happy that I won't have to go on this supply journey anymore. But with that done, let's get back to the actual goal of this episode. I went back and looked at what I was doing before I quit, and I was going for this baby, the Ornate Rejuvenation Pool. It required me to get to level 87 Herblore, or I guess 83 with a boost, and it also required me to get to 83 Construction, which I have the Construction level, but I want to avoid stew boosting, so instead I'm just going to go ahead and get 84 Construction, so I can easily just boost with the tea and the saw. Before I train construction, might as well get a little bit of experience here. Yeah, 33,000 construction experience. It only took the curved bone that wasn't a hammer from Lizardman Shamans. I had to do 2 teak contracts, but here we are. We are done. Very quick level. And we got to 84 construction. I don't think that actually unlocks anything good, but it's all about the boost. In order to get Zulrah scales for the highest level pool, there's 2 main ways of getting it. You can either go out there and actually kill Zulrah, or you can be a noob like I am and sit here and fish these sacred eels. Each one, when you cut them, they turn into different amount of Zulrah scales depending on our cooking level. Because I'm 95 cooking, I believe the number's between 5 or 7, so I'm gonna do this until I have the 200 that I need. And like this is a good way of getting your starter scales. You don't have to feel like, oh my god, I have to kill Zulrah and prepare all for Zulrah in order to get that pool created. Very nice that they added this. So what you want to do when you are making your anti-venoms for the first time, especially when you're boosting and have very little antidote pluses like I do, is come over to the horseshoe mine, as there is an elite diary task to create an anti-venom potion while standing in this area. It's on the northwest side of Kromja. If you played a long time ago, it's pretty famous because people actually used to mine gold here. Crazy. So we'll boost +4, and we'll go ahead and make all our anti-venoms. Completed the elite task, and I think I am ready to finally make the Ornate Rejuvenation Pool. Only took me 7 months. So the tea is going to give me +3, and the saw is going to give me another +3. That means we get a +6 boost to level 90. Go ahead and upgrade Ornate Rejuvenation Pool. Yeah. Oh, this has been so long. Yeah, like 7 months. My first clip of this episode is May 1st, and it is currently November 28th. So yeah, basically took me 7 months to get this done, but I did do like 20 mining, 20 cooking levels in the interim. But with that done, I am going to end this episode. Give the next episode a nice little blank slate of me actually playing the game instead of just doing all these passive AFK grinds and quitting the game over and over again. So next episode, we're going to be coming back and we're going to use up all that smithing resources that we just got. Stay tuned. See you next time.